Alright everybody, Emceemur here, and welcome back to another video. It is time once again for another thrilling episode of video game prices in the 90s and today. We've been having such a great time with this series so far, we're just going to keep right on rocking with it. Let's see what games are on this week's invoices. So first up on this episode, Gauntlet II for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Now, I'll take Gauntlet any way you want to give it to me. You don't need me to tell you about Gauntlet. Fantastic series. I've had so much fun with these games, all the way on up to the new Gauntlet Slayer Edition, or whatever they call it, that they released on PS4 not too long ago. Fantastic if you haven't tried it, by the way. But yeah, if I'm going to have it anyway, I want it complete in box with all the fixins, and that's what this is. Decent condition, a little boogering up on the corners of the box, but other than that, it's pretty nice. Next up we have Alien Storm on the Sega Genesis. Fantastic game, spanning a few different genres really. Probably mostly a beat 'em up out of all of them, but this one's complete in box. This is a game I spent so much time on, rented it all the time, and eventually had to have my own copy in the house, and so here it is. If you haven't played this game, you owe it to yourself to give it a shot. Up next, Rambo III on the Sega Genesis. Complete in box. Fantastic game that I've finished many different times. One of the original black box series. It's an oldie but a goodie. You know, it did the top-down thing, and it also switched in and out on the boss battles to kind of a first-person, somewhat of a rail shooter perspective. Kind of different, kind of unique for the time, and it really had some decent graphics for the time as well. But this is just a neat game. Everybody knows Rambo is the true force of freedom. You can't be without this game. Up next, from your friends at SNK, Iron Tank on the Nintendo Entertainment System, complete in the box. This one's in decent shape. I mean, there's a little bit of dents here and there, a couple of places on the box, but other than that, it's okay. And it is complete, and the cartridge is just in immaculate condition. I never played a whole lot of Iron Tank. I mean, it's a top-down shooter, and of course, you are in an Iron Tank. But I remember it being fun. It's a game I'd like to go back and spend more time on. Historically, I've not really been a humongous fan of SNK games, except for maybe POW. That was my jam. But hey, this is one you still gotta have on the shelf, and if you're gonna have it, why not have it complete in box? So that does it for the first invoice of this episode. Let's get to the paperwork right now and take a look at those numbers. Alright, let's have a look at the receipt. This one is dated February the 14th, 1997. First one on the list, we have Gauntlet II on the Nintendo Entertainment System, weighing in at only $6.95. Complete in box. I'm very interested to see what the numbers did on that. Alien Storm on the Sega Genesis, coming in at $11.95. You know, that was probably an average price for that time. I don't anticipate that one's gone up much, if at all. We have Rambo III for the Sega Genesis, also weighing in at $11.95. Same situation there. If it's gone up at all, I don't think it will be much. And then we've got Iron Tank on the Nintendo Entertainment System, complete in box for $6.95. There's a chance that one might have appreciated a little. Let's take a look and see how we did. Bringing it on home for this episode is Xevious on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Such a great game. I mean, not a rare one by any stretch of the imagination, but still a fantastic game, and one that I have on at least 3 different systems here that I know of, all of which that I played very much. I mean, the whole shooting and the bomb dropping dynamic of it, it was just an all-around fun game to play and a serious challenge. A game that really never got old. Let's get to our final invoice of this episode and check out some numbers. Alright, let's go to the receipt. This one is dated June 26th, 1997. And on this one, of course, we have Xevious for the Nintendo Entertainment System for only $4 even. So this one was not complete, and you know, it's not really an uncommon game. If it has gone up, I wouldn't think it would be much. Let's take a look and see what happened. So that's going to do it for another episode of video game prices in the 90s and today. What did you think about this episode? What did you think about the games that you saw in this episode? What are your memories of the games that you saw in this episode? I would love to hear about them. Let me know in the comment section what you think about everything that you saw here today. Let me know what you think about the values that you saw here today. Always interesting to check out what these things have done. Some of these games I haven't really looked at the numbers on them in many years. I would never consider getting rid of them, and that's why. So it's interesting to take a look at what the values have done, whether up or down, over the course of time. Having so much fun with this series, so much fun going back through some of these games I haven't played in a very long time. It's good to blow the dust off them, get them in there, check out some of that action again. It's just an all-around good time. I hope that you're enjoying the series, and there's going to be even more action coming to you next week on the next episode. I hope that you liked this episode. I hope that you're going to drop a like on this episode. Go ahead, drop a like. And if you have not already done so, I hope that you're going to subscribe to the Emceemur Show. Mur Nation, rising up. Always great to have you along for the ride. So many great things coming the rest of this year and in years to come. The action is not going to stop on the Emceemur Show. Lots to do. Lots of fun. Can't wait to have it with you. Emceemur signing out for this week. I will see each and every one of you again next time.